G'day everybody, welcome to Zombie Bites Everything. Got some DayZ. Gonna be going to the military base and I'm hoping to do a little bit of building out there. I want to build something that gives us a place to be able to stay safely out there. It's such a huge area to look over. This does mean we're going to be driving the truck because the truck's got the building gear in it, or at least we'll have the building gear in it by the time we're finished. First things first, let's grab the building gear. Grandkids are over at the moment, which is good. Let's just put that spare radiator in there and that light bulb in there in case we need it on another car. I mean, if I find other cars, I want to at least get them ready so then if we need to drive them for any reason, we can. I don't really have a lot of stuff. Actually, this can go in this car, and this can go in this car. I'm going to put these sledgehammers in here because I need them at the moment here. Boys have left? Yeah, I thought they had. I'll put some stuff in the burn barrel. Honestly, I got way too many boxes of matches. I forgot I need one wire. You know what? We're just going to take it with us. It really doesn't matter. I'm doing a flagpole here, but I need a wire for it. I'm sure I'll find one in the time it takes. Now this spot over here is where I'm going to put Criminal's tent, if it'll let me. If I separate the tents and I put his over there and give us some space in between, it shouldn't lag us out. G'day Criminal, how you going, mate? G'day Kill Domain. Speaking of. Take this tent as well. Going all good in. Going all in with a flagpole. Yeah, I like to do a flagpole. I just like to do the building, you know, and it just helps me check to see if any of the mechanics have changed or any of the build materials have changed. You know, right now I can sit here and say 32 stones, 10 logs, 60 nails, 1 rope, 1 wire. You'll need sledgehammers or pickaxes with sharpening stones to get the big stones. You'll need a hammer and a shovel. So I know, you know, I have all that memorized. Don't ask me why, but I do. And so building the stuff, whether I need it or not, just helps me remember what I need, and also remind me if any, or let me know if anything's changed. So yeah, going all in. So far nothing's changed in the building I have done. So far. Oh, actually, what I should have done is I got clothing in here I need to take out. I don't need that. In there. That. Okay, we'll come back, get the rest. Just going to chuck all this in my tent for now. because mine has the least in it. I am going to have to go fishing again. I ended up giving most of my fish to Fox. I can't remember what handgun criminal was using, whether he was using a Colt or not, or an FX. But I've got ammo either way. Might need a knife on the job. What are we looking at for storage? Okay, so we got fucking 185 left. That's alright. We find a couple of barrels, make a couple of crates. Would be good. 1, 2. Only 2 boxes of nails. Well, let's have a look to see what nails we got lying around here. $68 and $68. You know, I saved this one for last, thinking maybe there's something trapped inside. No. So this outfit here that I got, the one I'm about to put in the tent, if you just spawned in and I drop this outfit off to you, it'll do you good. It'll be better than whatever you spawned in with. Forgot to put the battery in. There we go. Not quite. I forgot some things. Oh man, look at all the road flares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus there's more in the thingy out here. Oh, I forgot to check this drum to see what's in it. Yeah, see? Actually, I'm going to leave one shovel here. I kind of need one. Whatever's if I want to get worms. Hey, I said close, dipshit. There we go. It's a pristine hacksaw. We're just going to burn right through it. Car Battery. Not sure if you've heard that song, but it's pretty catchy. No, I have not. I've heard the song Battery, but not Car Battery. And for those unfamiliar, there's a song by Metallica on the, I'm going to say Master of Puppets. Okay, got a fair few planks here. We should be able to get at least a framework done. Yeah, see, not quite. It's a DayZ song by a streamer. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got a few of them. I got a DayZ song called Why Do I Have to Peel My Potato First? And I've got a DayZ song just for this character here called Bubbles. And I've actually got about 6 or 7 songs that as a streamer I've created just for DayZ. Not bragging or anything, just saying. Cool. The DayZ one. Never heard Bubbles yet. No, I haven't used the Bubbles song yet. I plan to, but I haven't found exactly what I want to use it on yet. Alright. On its way to the charts. And umbrella, what the fuck is my umbrella? Where the fuck is my umbrella? Yeah, there's an umbrella one as well. Yeah, gotta have the umbrella. I don't have nowhere near enough ammo to be able to take on the military base, just to let everybody know. We may die. So, it's, G'day. I'm just going to call you Own. I own 000. Well, I own 0000. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Get to the top of this hill. Oh, I'll drop the gear a bit. There we go. Get a bit faster. So is that your server, is it? O. Just having a mouthful of me coffee and that. I don't have a jerry can with me. Unless we break the fuel tank, we should be fine. Should have enough fuel to get there and back. Whoop. Bloody skipped a gear. I went from first straight to third. Totally fucking skipped second. That didn't help. Still a little bit of deforestation. We got some decent logs here, so we might as well grab them. So I need to build a few wars. I don't know if I really need to build a tower. I might. You know, I'll worry about building a tower if I find some tin. Because you need it for the roof anyway. I think it's 6 sheets per tower. Uh-oh. Grabbing the logs too because I need firewood to be able to cook and to stay warm. So I might as well grab the logs at the same time. Oh, yeah. Off the fucking Richter scale. I don't think we use the Richter scale anymore, do we? Sorry, Mr. Richter, we don't use that anymore. See, I don't mind burning through an axe because I got a spare axe and... So there's another big tree over there. That's probably too far away. Damn, damn, damn. I have to turn around and go back. I forgot something very vital. Yeah, it's a good thing base isn't too far away. And we can get some more logs while we're there. Win, win. Sorry, I was looking at the message there that said, fuck TZBE, cunt army, lurk, rocks, fuck, what the fuck? Oh man, hope that didn't ruin anything. Yeah, I'll look at chat in a second. Going through this particular bit here is a bit difficult. Trying to read chat at the same time. So I'll read chat in a minute. When you're going on these roads here and you've got to keep changing gears and you've got to pay attention to the curve and that, and it's so finicky getting through it, pain in the ass. Hopefully they didn't ruin my front end. So these roads are a little bit wider, so I can stay in the middle and I can read chat. I can look down and read chat. I don't feel like I need to correct or anything right away. But that dirt path back there is a son of a bitch. I'm going to have to go get it anyway. Yeah, I was just making fun of it. Only on PS will it not show the custom emojis. Really? Ah, yeah, it's on YouTube for the iPad. It shows it exactly the same way you've written it there as well. I was just making fun. Yeah, if they wouldn't show up on my iPad, I wouldn't even bother putting them in there. But I didn't know about them not showing up on PlayStation. On your PS Live, it will show fuck rather than show the custom. See, I didn't know that. That's good information. Hey, criminal, you know how you're a member, right? And you know how you're saying that they're displaying the message on PlayStation Live, right? Well, if you type that into my chat, it'll flick it over to the custom emoji, just like that YouTube one and that awesome face. And where people, if they can't see their emojis on their custom emojis on PS Live, then they'd still be able to use them by using those phrases. I think it's colon TTGAF colon or colon lurk colon. I think for the lurk one. Let me check. No, it's not doing it. Well, it should, but it's not. Because in YouTube, it actually says that it's got like a shorthand. That's its shorthand. For people that don't have the display for whatever reason, they can write it in. Did it come up as lurk, did it? Or did it come up as the actual... Yes, I'm going to park in the middle of the road. See? YouTube are just being dicks. I'm bringing some of these pills with me because... Pills. And I'm bringing this with me. Yeah. I like how it goes. You just took one from there, but you can't put it in there. Okay, what's happened? Have I bugged? Yeah, I've bugged. Let me log out for a second. And I'll log back in. Just give it a minute to unbug itself. It won't let me drop this in. I had plenty of room. Look at me sitting here sporting my wood. Ah. Coffee time. Sometimes she bugs out. Anybody else find that issue as well? You're moving stuff around your inventory a little bit too quickly, and the game's like, whoa, slow down, I can't keep up. And it does this bug where it won't let you put stuff down or move stuff around, and it's like, hey, what you doing, game? You log out, log back in, you're fine. That's what happens when you've been playing the game for so long. You get really quick on the buttons, and then you find the glitches. No, I don't want firewood. Getting plenty of firewood. I want logs. If I've got to use the axe to get firewood, okay, cool. But I might as well grab some logs at the same time because I need the logs. So, you know. That's why I'm aiming for those trees that only have an option of logs at the beginning. Glitches in my bitches. Bitches hitting bitches. Bitches hitting bitches. All I need is bitches hitting bitches. All together now. Bitches hitting bitches. Bitches hitting bitches. All I need is bitches hitting bitches. But you can change that. Glitches in my bitches. Glitches in my bitches. All I need is glitches in my bitches. What am I doing? Okay, so what we're going to do is grab that. We're going to combine that, grab that, combine that, grab that, combine that, grab that, combine that, and we're good. And we can chop down another tree because we are special. And now the hatchet is broken. Alright, well these ones here are the furthest ones away, so let's just start with this one. I'm going to drop it on there because then I can see it. I'll grab this one quickly. walk this one to the truck, put it in the back of the truck, put the wood in the back of the truck, then I can grab one in my bag and, you know, all that sort of good stuff. And we can count up how many logs we got inside the truck to see if we need to hang about here any longer or if we could just go on our way. It's going to confuse people. They drive down the street and see a tree in the middle of the road. Really? Come on. Am I not close enough? Oh, you fucker. Might as well load these up right now while we can. Are we allowed to tag along on these adventures? In this particular server, not at the moment, only because this is a private server. I use it for testing stuff out and just for having a bit of fun and, you know, streaming and stuff like that. If you catch me when I'm in a public server, by all means, join along. Yeah. Let's go get this stuff. At the moment, I'm just doing this. I'm doing a bit of building in here today. I'm going to be going to the military base to do a little bit of building. Shut that, get that out of the way. Eventually, like, I do open this up to the public every now and then. Like, normally, you know, once a month. But this is a strictly PvE server only. But I'm not against the idea of having people join me and stuff like that from YouTube. You know, people that watch and that. I'm not against it. I just don't have it open for everybody. I also like to get to know, like, I like to get to know the people first before I let them join me because, you know, game chat and all that sort of stuff. You need to know the type of people you're going to be communicating with when you're live, you know. Don't want to make the mistake of letting someone in and then they all of a sudden become racist or start babbling on about religion or politics or something like that, you know. And I like to make jokes about stuff. So, you know, always be careful who I have come in. I'm not saying anybody is doing that or anything like that. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that anybody in the chat would be like that either. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, you know, I try to be careful about it because you got to. It's your channel. It's your brand. It's who you are. How long you been playing DayZ for their own? You been playing for a while, or? I've seen you got a couple of videos there, but obviously I'm live at the moment, so I can't watch them. But I'll give you a sub, and if you go live or put another video up, then I'll get the notification. I'll come through and have a little sticky beat, have a squiz, as they say. Have a look to see what you're all about. Believe it or not, there's been people that have taken offence to that, you know. G'day, Shiny. There's been people that have taken offence to it, like they've gotten really offended when you say, yeah, not at the moment, let me get to know you first and all that sort of stuff. They're like, why don't you just let me get to know me in the game? It's like, well, how about we do it off stream? And then they get all nose bent out of joint, you know. And it's like, well, it's like bringing a new girlfriend around to the family, you know. You let her know what the family's like first before you bring her around. Or you bombard her with the family. I don't know. Some people are different, I guess. My family's certainly different. I wouldn't even seek my family's approval. I think I picked up all the logs. I don't think there's any more around. I hear you snoring under my desk, Bubbaloo. You fat fuck. I fucking hear you. Oh, shit. I totally forgot to get me grandkids to do that. I totally forgot. I fucking knew there was something I was supposed to do. Ah. I'll work something out. Don't worry about it. I'll work something out. I'll get something for it. Even if I have to do the voice myself and just... I don't even think I could make myself sound like a child. But yeah, we'll figure something out. Yes, I know I need water. What we cooking? We were cooking some yellowfoot mushrooms, they're called, in the game. I don't know if there's a real thing out there called yellowfoot mushrooms. Is that a pig mask? Yep. Yes, sir, it is. It's got ears and everything. Look, it's got ears. But yes, sir, that is a pig mask. Got that in one. Nice catch. Guess where I found it? On a police car. Yeah, right. As if to illustrate the point. As if to say, you know, there's pigs out there and they drive police cars. When an old lady dies, they cut out her vagina, they put it on a hook, and they put some weight on it. And when it stretches to 6 foot, they put it in a uniform, and there you go, 6 foot cunt driving around giving you tickets for no fucking reason because he's an arsehole. Well, this far from it. That's a taint joke there, get it? When I said this far from it? Oh, you got to picture me doing an inch in between my thumb and fingers. You know, this far from it. It's a taint joke because it taint what it is and it taint what it ain't. Typical. I mean, when you've been pulled over by the police and he's giving you a ticket for like the minor thing, right? What's the first thought that goes through your head? It's always, you're just a dirty, fucking, hairy, brown sphincter, you little fuck. You little dirty, stinky fucking sphincter. You fucking cunt. You wipe your ass with this ticket. My feelings kind of hurt. I'm a cop. Well, you know, stiff upper lip, mate. Keep your chin up. You knew the occupation when you got into it. You knew there wasn't a lot of love for police officers. You being a police officer, you got a choice, don't you? Be a good cop or be a dickhead bad cop and have people make fun of you. That's your choices. And if you be a good cop, no one will have anything negative to say about you. But you're still going to have people say negative shit. Unfortunately, you work in a department where some people have laid the pavework for that, you know. But hey, think of it this way. It's not the worst job in the world. I believe that every single police officer that joins the police force, be a man or woman, join it with the best intentions. And I strongly believe, that, at least in Australia, the bad cops we have here wouldn't necessarily be as bad if a little bit more therapy was offered or a little bit more time off. The stuff police officers have to see, doctors have to see, fire brigade have to see, tow truck drivers even for that matter. All those people that have to see that sort of shit, it wears on you after a while. And if you're not getting the proper assistance and the proper help and having the proper time off to be able to deal with that sort of stuff, it's going to reflect in your work. And one day, you're just going to have an officer that just has a bad day, because everybody has a bad day. Because that's one of the things the police officers will tell people, you know, when someone does something wrong. You know, well, sometimes people have bad days. And they'll use that as an interrogation technique as well. You know, tell us what you know. It's okay. Sometimes people have a bad day. But they need to be able to acknowledge when they have a bad day as well. The one I fucking hate is the fact that I've been arrested several times in my life and I've had to fight my innocence. And even with police officers having video evidence that proves I'm innocent, they still want to go through with the charges. Prosecutors, just as fucking bad, because prosecutors will follow through without, they'll just go, oh, okay, take the police officer's word for it. It's like, no, some of those prosecutors should have dropped some of the charges earlier on when dealing with people, because they have that option to be able to do so. If the evidence is lacking, like if a prosecutor will drop a case if they know flat out they're gonna lose, even if they got the guy dead to rights in some way, like if they know for a fact this person's a bad guy, he's a criminal, but they don't have all that evidence, they will drop the case. But then there's these ones where they just go, well, you know, we got the body cam footage. It shows that this police officer's drawn his gun, no sirens on or anything like that. I write everyone tickets, especially the poor ones. See, you're not really a cop then, are you? You got to watch out with police officers. They sneak in with the humans. Oh, yeah, I said it. No, I didn't think you were a real cop. But it's still an opportunity to be able to say about police officers. I don't think they're all bad. You got to be careful though when you do say you're a cop, because in this chat there's a lot of Reservoir Dogs fans. So they hear someone say I'm a cop, and all of a sudden Stuck in the Middle with You starts playing in their mind, and they start thinking how would they do their footwork while they're dancing. And I don't know why I came here tonight. I'm gonna give this little piggy a fright. Here he is sitting over here. With my knife I will chop off his ear. Who gives a fuck who's to the left and who cares who's to the right? I'm gonna cut this pig into little pieces. I'm not a real cop, but I do play one in GTA. I'm a detective. On your glass door, does it say Detective Sprog? Hello, I'm Detective Sprog. This is Officer Cumstain. You should look up a singer in Australia here called Kevin Bloody Wilson. He does a song called Fair and Just. Well, I'm a fair dinkum arsehole and I'm just a proper cunt. We used to be in Starpo, but this is much more fun. Kicking ass and cracking skulls and busting our own mums. The best two coppers you ever... They call us Fair and Just. Yeah, man. I just want to point out too, that little freestyling Stuck in the Middle of You, I just parodied. Yeah, that was just freestyled off the top of my head. Babaloo, are you staring at that door thinking it's going to open? Have you got some magical power? Or would you like me to open the fucking door for you because you're a cat? You're a cat, Babaloo. You got no fucking thumbs. All right, let me get the door for you. G'day, Miss Hart. How you going? And I wasn't talking with my cat, everybody. I was talking to my cat. I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm not more crazy than anybody else. You do your thumbs. Marge, they're going to take my thumbs. Yeah, I mean, if I get the right song, and I'm in the mood, and there's something that, you know, works with it, so to speak, I could normally come up with something pretty much on the spot. I was a fan of Weird Al Yankovic. I was a fan of his. As I was explaining the other day, that if you do parodies of people's songs, it's no harm, no foul. You're allowed to do a parody. That's fine. If you take that dirt path there, go that way, you'll end up at a well. Got it? But as you've all heard, I do not have the voice of an angel. I've got the face of a Hmong. This is true. But no voice of an angel. I can't sing. I mean, I can sing, as in I can push air out my throat and make noise. But it's not anything anybody wants to listen to. I certainly wouldn't pay to hear me sing. On the road again. Cheers, Shiny. But I think it's about time. I think you're getting to that age, mate, where you need to go to the doctor and go, I was listening to this guy, this Zombie Bites Everything on YouTube, and he sounds all right. I think I need my hearing checked. I think it's about time, mate. It's okay. You're getting old. It's fine, Shiny. You're allowed to get old. Your hearing's going to go eventually. It's fine. Let me know how the results go. Yeah, got to get a Cockney ear implant. One of those Cockney ear implants. And we're back where we were. Yeah, me and Criminal did the mission yesterday or last night, to go get the briefcase and the key and go to the bunker. I don't have any of that stuff on me at the moment, because I'm not going here to do the bunker. I'm going to do I'm going to look over the base a bit. I'm going to try and find myself a belt. Yeah, that's it. Anybody can sing. Well, the majority of us can make noise from our mouth holes. Whether it's anything worth listening to, that's the other story. And while I acknowledge that I am not a talent scout or anything like that, I know what's considered good singing. And this profodicide fucking prick sitting here talking to you guys is not one of them. Is not a good singer. I am profoundly bad at singing. Some folks are singers, others are listeners. Yeah, I mean, look, I can carry a tune enough to be able to not break everybody's ears around a campfire, but it's not something I can just pull off willy-nilly. Like, some moments I've got it, and then some moments I don't. I don't have any training exercises or any warm-up exercises for singing or anything like that. So if I feel the mood, I might sing and it might sound okay, and then other times it won't. So, and it's normally around a campfire when everybody's in that relaxed mode anyway, so, and they're campfire-y type songs, you know, songs that are okay to sing around the campfire that no one's expecting it to be concert quality or studio quality. But with technology that they have nowadays, the technology they've had in the last 40 years is able to turn a bad singer into a decent singer, or someone who's not always at their best to always sound like they're at their best. Take Beyonce, for instance. Beyonce don't just wake up and then start singing perfectly. She does warm-up vocals and all that sort of stuff. Because she can't just, you know, she has to. It's a stress on the throat. I'm also a smoker, which doesn't help. Unless you want me to sound like Joe Cocker. I mean, if you want to sound like Joe Cocker, then, you know, smoke 10 packs a day. I don't know if he was a smoker or not, but that'll get you there. That'll get you your gravelly voice that you need. Singing is one of those things, though, I think we've always, as human species, we've always done in some form. It's cultural in some aspects, but it's very universal at the same time. Let's go get stoned now. So is that a lyrics you want me to sing? Your singer name is the Raspy Rascal. Cheers. I got the same initials as fucking Red Rocket and fucking what was it? Is it Red Rocket in fucking Pokemon? Team Rocket. I got the same initials as the Red Ribbon Army in fucking Dragon Ball. Awesome. Bjork, you can fucking shove that in your... I don't know. The best thing to do with one of her albums is grind it up, add it to some resin, stick it in your ears. But again, she's considered a good singer, Bjork, because she's got a few songs that are actually half decent. But how much is that the studio's heavy lifting? You know, how much heavy lifting is the studio doing? There are what I call, I believe anybody could be a singer, and anybody can sound good with the right training and all that sort of stuff too. You would have to have a really fucked voice box to not be able to sound half decent. But when it comes to natural talent, which I don't have, everything I've got when it comes to playing music and stuff like that, that's hard earned, you know, over many years, and not as much as I wanted, really. I should have practiced a lot more. And the only reasons why I don't practice is because I'm lazy. And that's just musical instruments. But when it comes to singing, there's only a few in the world that are natural talents. Like, in the grand scheme of things, we could probably name 1,000 artists that are natural talents, but still, at the grand scheme of things of all the humans on Earth, that's not many. Freddie Mercury, he comes to mind. Dolly Parton. Shania Twain. Who else comes to mind? There's that lead singer from the Beach Boys. He was pretty good. had a natural talent. Elvis kind of had a natural talent when it came to singing. He had no talent when it came to writing music, though. Tonight am I Shanghai. You. What is your talent? My talent? I'm a master of everything and an expert at nothing. Or an expert at everything and a master of nothing. My talents are not really talents. They're more of a, well, depends how you look at it. I don't have any talent because I don't think it's a talent, but other people do think it's a talent. And then other people just find it very annoying. Eidetic memory. The ability to be able to record information when I need it. The ability to be able to look at paperwork and notice the problems. More regarding legal paperwork. A talent to be able to conduct myself in a courtroom and make police officers cry on the stand. That's a talent. I mean, there are some things that some people would say, well, that's a talent. Knowing how to hunt and live off the land, that's a talent. And to me, I don't consider that a talent. That should be a skill that everybody has. I find it weird when people say they don't know how to do that sort of stuff. I don't find the people weird. I just think, wow, I thought that was just a natural thing everybody should learn how to do, because you're not always guaranteed to have a supermarket near you for whatever reason. Yeah, you card counting, mother trucker. No, I can't do card counting. That I can't do. But I can read people. If I'm playing a game of poker, I'm more likely to be able to read whether you're bluffing or not. Or, that sort of stuff. But again, that's not a talent. That's just observation. That's just paying attention to what's going on around me, which I don't do on my own. That's just a brain defect that I have. What shall we call it, for a lack of a better term? It's a form of autism, but, who hasn't got a form of autism these days? It's a spectrum, so... Again, I don't know about like a talent. Now, if we're talking about a talent that I've learnt over the years, then again, no, I don't really have any real talents, because it's a tough one. It depends on what one's definition is of talent. If we're saying the ability to be able to do something from start to finish without making mistakes, then my talent would be, for the most part, understanding video games, like DayZ. That's not even a talent. See, I don't even consider that a talent. I can kick a mean football. But that's not a talent here in Australia. Nearly everybody can. There's girls out there that can kick a football better than I can. My wife can kick a football just as good as me. So, yeah, that's not a sexist thing. That's just everybody in Australia knows how to kick a football nearly. It's not. I mean, in my school, one of my schools that I went to, one could say my talent was swimming, because I had a lot of first place trophies or medals and ribbons and stuff like that for swimming, one could say that was my talent. But on a grand scheme of things, nah, I'm average. Not even average, below average. People way better than me. They were just testing me out of a small group of people, my class, which was only like 20 people in the class at the time. So I was slightly better than 19 other kids. And we didn't all race in the same event. So I think there was like 5 or 6 of us in that event. So I was slightly better than four or five kids. You know, so, I mean, it's, I don't know. Good question. I'm going to be thinking about that one. Maybe my talent's thinking about things. I do a lot of that. Good luck on the memory game. Oh, that's easy. Remembering 250 plus things in a row, in an order, yeah, that's easy. That's actually a lot easier than you think. It sounds hard, but it's a lot easier than you think. But they get shuffled. And all you could do is you'd only be able to remember what cards have been played already, but it wouldn't help you necessarily with the order. But I'd be able to remember all the cards that have been played. Because while you might have 250 cards, the mathematical probability of all those 250 cards being dealt at once is not going to happen. So you're left with the cards that are being dealt. Now you don't have to worry about memorizing 250 cards. You just have to remember the ones that have already been dealt that you've seen and know they're discarded. So you just have to do basic subtraction. Okay, that's 1 king. 3 packs or 5 packs. So what's that? That's 20 kings. We take away 1 king, left with 19 kings. So all you have to do is just keep doing that. Count down each number. An MIT nerd. You know, you should see the look Topeka gives me when she says something like MIT, and I go, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. She just gives me this look like, fuck you, nerd. Oh, here's my talent. I know when to walk away from drunk people. I know when I can go into nearly any situation, and if there's people drinking and all that sort of stuff, I'm scanning everything, and I know when someone's about to fly off the handle. Animal House. Nerds! What's this? Poof! A pimple. Wasn't that called 21 or something? That movie with Kevin Spacey? I'll watch movies with Kevin Spacey in it. I know he's a dirty bastard, but I'll watch movies in it because I don't think it's fair on the other actors. They're getting punished because of Kevin Spacey. Do you know he has to pay $30 million apparently? I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently he has to pay $30 million. That was it? 21? Yeah, I've never seen it. I'm being serious. I've never seen the movie. That's the eidetic memory. I remember seeing him on a video cover with and reading the thingy and knowing it was called 21. It was a movie cover that had a number in it, so for some reason my brain locked it away. I'd like to be able to say, no, a talent should be something you can control. So that's not even... See, that's why I don't count eidetic memory as a talent, because I can't control it. It's very hard for me to... If I try to control it, it's hard. Things stick in, and it just depends on what subject matters. Certain subject matters, I will not retain the information at all, which is a misconception people have with eidetic memory. They automatically assume that eidetic memory means you remember every single thing ever, and that's not necessarily the case. It's you'll remember certain things based in a certain subject. Numbers is one of those. Because a lot of things are associated with numbers. How much he pays his younger brother. Sick fucker. Yeah, no, he has to pay, I think it was $28 million to the network, and then another $2 million for lawyers' fees for breach of contract. Apparently, under the Weinstein contract, you're allowed to molest as many people as you want. But he wasn't allowed to do that, and he mistakenly thought he was under a Weinstein contract. That's why he tried hitting on a 14-year-old. I don't know, I'm making shit up here. Spacey or bloody... I don't know. I feel like there's so many people in Hollywood, I just squint my eyes and look at them thinking, you could be a dirty fuck. There's a chance you're a dirty fuck. Oh, I know Diane Keaton's a dirty fuck. Everyone loves her and thinks she's so innocent. Meryl Streep, oh, you're a dirtiest fuck of all. Oh, she's so nice. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Keanu Reeves, isn't he such a humanitarian? He sits with the homeless and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and he's probably sad. Hey, yeah, touch my dick, I'll give you $5. We don't know. Keanu Reeves could be into some freaky shit. Betty White. Betty White, I like Betty White, but you know, there's all sorts of things. It's like you just never know. You just never know anything about them. And those ones that sit there and say, yeah, no, I keep to myself and all that sort of stuff, you know, I don't try and get in the limelight. It's like, yeah, but you see this shit, right? You see this shit happening and you still work for these people. You hear the accusations and that, you still work for them, so... Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, why hasn't he done a good vampire movie? And then I was thinking, oh yeah, Dracula. And then I went back to my original thought. Again, why hasn't he done a good vampire movie? I thought his accent he was putting on in that was shit. But the movie was fine. I don't have a problem with the movie Dracula. It felt a bit longer than it needed to be. But I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with the acting either. It's just the accent he put on. It was like, really? That's the accent you're going with? All right. I feel like there was a director or something going, Keanu, can we have it a little bit more, you know, sounding like England? Oh, yeah, I got it. I got you, bro. Top of the morning to you, governor. Let me shine your boots. Yeah. Yeah, Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah. It was done in the same era as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Robert De Niro. Core thing that they were doing right there is going, We're going to put the author of who created Dracula as in a book. We're going to put that as the first billing on the screen, along with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And can I just say, seeing Robert De Niro's balls in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was just a little unnecessary. Just saying. If I wanted to see Robert De Niro's balls, I'd look through the window like a normal person. I could have went a different way. I could have made a joke, but you know, a lot of people like Robert De Niro. I like Robert De Niro too. I think he's an awesome actor. I could have made a joke. I was going to say, if I wanted to see Robert De Niro's balls, I'd look on fucking Martin Scorsese's face. Yeah. The weird one in that one is Martin Scorsese, because he's sucking Robert De Niro's cock. And Robert De Niro's just resting his balls on Martin Scorsese's face. No, he wasn't he wasn't Neo at the time when he did Thing. Bill and Ted. What was the other one? Parenthood. Was it Parenthood with Steve Martin, Diane West, and a couple of the others? And he was like a race car driver, was he, or a bike rider or something? He was something to do with cars. And he gets the young girl. He gets Diane West's daughter pregnant. Oh, spoiler! Fracula, the unknown sequel. What are you doing all the way out in the open there? Sir, you're AWOL. Bloody keyboard. Which, you know, give credit where credit's due. It takes a lot for, like, there are people out there that are natural talented actors as well. They can act their way out of anything, sort of thing. Like Kevin Spacey giving acting lessons to children. Act like this didn't happen. Hey, we're talking about it. You're thinking about it. It must be true. That gif you just said, that's how Kevin Spacey takes balls out of his mouth. You ever see the TV show Chosen? Kevin Spacey's like that. He's like, I'll play your butthole like a trumpet. Hey, Kevin Spacey, if you got a problem with anything I've said, send your fucking lawyers. I'll bury them. They can fertilise my trees. Netflix, nut licks. Hey, when Motley Crue starts asking you to grab girls, you don't check ID. Oh, funny shit. So how do you spell your name? It's Ch with an Ozen. No, what's your real name? Phil Collins. Oh, you know what I feel? I feel you're getting my name wrong the whole time. Moon River. Uh-oh. Oh, we got it back. Jesus. Driving this whole time. We're only in the military base. We haven't even got to from the start of the military base to the end. Jesus. And it was a little bit daytime still when we came in here. Oh, the river. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep to the river of truth, to the river so deep. I was looking for something taken from my soul. I don't know why I go walking at night, but I'm tired and I don't want to walk anymore. And back on that singing thing too, if you're singing someone else's song, there's certain songs everybody has a registry where they can, it's in the right key for them, you know. See, if I can, I'm going to block this square off. I'm going to go around it and blocks it off. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But before I do that, I need to go get myself a drink. So I shall be back very soon. Reggie, coffee please, mate. Why are you looking at me like that, Reggie? I'm not... Come here. Come here. Look, I'm not going to hit you, Reggie. I promise, I'm not going to hit you. Make me a fucking coffee! Back in a minute, guys. It's got to go. Put Reggie back in the dungeon. All right, nobody panic. But Reggie bit me and he ran away. Any more wolves, or was that it? Just 3 wolves, pussies. Ugly doggly. Just got to sit in the car, stay warm for now. Right, so Topeka's getting dinner. The grandkids were over beforehand so they could have a birthday cake. And there's another birthday cake on Tuesday or next weekend. Bloody kids, mate. They get older, grandkids, they get older, and then you got to, every year. I got 3 grandkids, 4 grandkids, or 3 grandkids, and I've got 1 grandkid's a step grandkid, you know. He's still a grandkid. And 3 children, and with everybody's birthdays, it's just annoying. Why don't we just have one day a year that everybody gets their birthday on, right? We're doing birthday today, everybody. You can't go to work. The whole world shuts down. Everybody's having a birthday. We do it for some Jesus guy, and his birthday wasn't even the 25th of December. So what's the deal with these? You can't... Yeah, see... Can't place anything on these. So that is going to be a little bit of a concern. Not being able to place a tent on this particular thingy here, on this cement, that means I probably won't be able to build on it. As soon as I get off the cement, we're fine. We can... Oh, you fucker. Um, no, you idiot. G'day, Fox. How you going, mate? And there we go. Leave them open so then when I need to I can go in and shut it like that and I'll be safe. Yeah, see, I can't even set this one down here. That's just bullshit. I'm going to use that for a fire tent so we can get all the firewood. Looks like we are going to be building a tower. We don't have to build a massive one, so that's good. All right. Another Vicar. Probably won't be much in here because we got that good stuff then. Fox ammo. Patrol jacket. Oi. Hey. Fuck you. Why can't you get in? That was stupid. I had to try and get in there in a hurry. Having somewhere to burn stuff off and keep warm that I can lock away is awesome. I bring these knives with me that are badly damaged and that because I want to get rid of them. So let's grab. Oh, that's pristine. We'll keep that one there. There is literally heaps of stuff. Right. Okay, so we'll grab... Oh, okay, we'll put this stuff away first. Really? I'm going to have to do this each time? I froze. It'll be my luck a zombie will come up and bite me on the arse. Are you logging in, are you there, Fox? No. Sometimes it'll freeze when someone logs in. Checking to make sure there's no batteries. One with silencer, one without silencer. Not right now. No, it's just it froze up on me, so I was just thinking maybe you were spawning in at the time. But nah, if you weren't, you weren't. Okay. Excuse me. Just that dicking around, we've already lost one heat buff. No, can't get up there. I was hoping I could get on the bed. Dinner's ready. No worries. You put it in the microwave, so I'll chomp on it later on. Cheers, my dear. So what have we got? I might as well. I'm going to find more of this stuff anyway, so there's no point me keeping it. So I might as well just burn it off and find more later on. Now, that other stuff I'm keeping. Keep that in there. Normally I would shut the door, but I'm feeling pretty confident there's no zombies around me right this second. See, I don't know what I can do with those. So I'll possibly get rid of them. That's a damaged fishing rod. Okay. Right, so last thing in there. Good. Put these things back in here. Grab that, that. Oh man, I walked away hoping that would actually give that enough time to despawn. Two pieces of food left. We need to catch some. Can't put that in there. Huh? There we go. Let that burn off over there. So I'm going to close that. And I'm going to close that because they are both good the way they are. We're going to grab that. And we're going to grab that. Oh, yes, we are. Alright, so we're going to sit here and wait till that fire dies, and then we're going to go have a look around. Okay, my Olga got a lot of bounce now, like the hydraulics are stuck on. Yep, that's because you're in America. And there's lag. So while you're driving, what you do is you got to drive and you got to sort of angle the camera so you can see the back wheels every now and then. If they start really rapidly bouncing, I would slow down and stop. Maybe even turn off the engine and wait a second because it's lagging. But that'll happen when there's a connection problem. And you can be connected up hardwired to from your PlayStation to your modem, but your connection from the game to my server is not hardwired. Not the same way as thing. So yeah, it's just one of those things with DayZ. I don't know if it happens in other games. I can only speak for DayZ. But yeah, in DayZ, that's just one of the things. I get it happen too every now and then, that or freezing. And that'll be normally someone coming into the server. Oh, I really don't like driving around with when there's too many people in the server from other countries. Like if I had like 4 Americans in here and they were playing out in America and they lived in America, then those 4 Americans would not intentionally, but it would affect my game. That's why I have more Australians in the list than I do have Americans. I actually had someone ask me, why don't you do an American server? And I was like, why would I do an American server? I'm in Australia. But then we could play. Well, fucking get your own server. So if you had a server in America there, Fox, I would come in and it would do that to me. Yeah, car would be bouncy. It'd be fine for you. Well, it wouldn't be fine. You'd still have the same problems I have, but it would run a lot better for you than it would for me. So, yeah, the only thing I can do is suggest that just keep an eye on the back wheels. If they start bouncing and start like jiggling up and down, but you're not noticing the car move, that's an indication that something's about to happen, maybe a connection issue. So just if you can keep an eye on that while you're driving. I know that's a tough call because trying to focus on that while driving and watching the road at the same time, it's not easy. It's also why I drive very slow in DayZ. I'm going to get to my location eventually, but I'd rather get there in one piece. It's not to say I don't drive fast, but I normally drive fast when I know that the gear I need to collect has already been collected and it's safely stored away, and if I die I don't care because I don't have to go looking for too hard to get stuff, and I've got a spare car. Then I'll drive a bit more recklessly. But I don't have a spare car at the moment. I mean, yeah, sure, there's 2 cars at my base, but one of them's mine for driving around and the other one's criminals for driving around. So I don't have a spare. Even though criminal would probably say, yeah, just use mine, I don't give a shit. I don't count that as a spare car. I count that as already taken. And as long as I keep that in mind, that one's already taken, then I don't accidentally fall into the mindset of driving like an idiot. By driving like an idiot, I'm not saying people drive like an idiot. I'm just saying that in the sense of driving smart in DayZ versus... Because believe it or not, there are a lot of people that will come into DayZ, they'll hop in a car. We helped a guy out one time, me, Reaper and Topeka. We were in a public server. We met up with someone. We helped them get a car running, and they were with us. And we're like, you want that car? And they're like, yeah. So we gave them the car, and then they come running back up to us about 2 minutes later and said, car's dead. I was like, why? And they were like, I was driving, and all of a sudden it just started smoking. And I was like, well, that shouldn't have happened. You had water in the radiator. And then when he explained it to us, we realised he thought he was driving in GTA. He didn't realise there was manual gears. Even though we did tell the guy, this ain't like GTA, but, you know, sometimes people will drive like it's GTA, or they play this game like it's Call of Duty, and it's like, it's not. It's not Call of Duty. It's not GTA. Some of those things that you find in those games could apply in here. But for the most part, no. Did my stream stop again? No, it hasn't. Just for some reason, I was looking at my screen and it went whoop, all the way to the beginning again, and I thought it must have been buffering and stopped. A zombie is outside, and the fire has stopped. No scope. Okay, so we have fire, an empty tent, and building supplies. Now, they're staying there like that. I'm not moving them. Those tents are to stay there, and that stuff is to stay in there until it's needed. I don't need it right this second. Side note, you said duty. Good one, Peter. Thanks, Joe. Did you end up looking up that TV show I was telling you about? Fox, tell me you remember this TV show. It started with the Rolling Stones, Paint It Black, Tour of Duty. You remember that show? I see a red door and I want to paint it black. It was an alright TV show. I think it was like 80s, late 80s, early 90s, something like that. Nah, on tour duty. Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good. What do you think of episode 1 and 2 of Taskmaster? Jason's fucking hilarious in it, eh? You're just giving it back to the host. He's seen enough episodes to know. And like I said, they told him, you're a comedian, do what you want. Do what you think's funny. You know, if you think it's funny, go for it. Hey, zombie and chat. G'day, Miss P Cup. Yeah, I'm waiting for... Dude, wait for episode... I've seen a sneak peek for episode 3. They got to find a cheese phone. A phone that's covered in blue vein cheese. Wasn't it? He noticed that map. Yeah, no, he's... like I said, you realise he's not dumb. He's actually really intelligent. He plays erratic very good. No, he's got that skill set down, eh? His voice needs to make it into a DayZ adventure, just a erratic behaviour. And you got his voice in Big Mouth and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so you can get him saying a whole heap of shit. And because there's wolves, and he's like, I'm party wolf, oh! Oh, he mastered that, but they gave it to the guy that did the guitar. So, and if you ask me, the guitar was shit. I think Jason's was better. He should have got the 5 points on that one. But nah. Greg Daniels did him dirty on that one. If anybody's not familiar with what we're talking about a UK show called Taskmaster. There is an American version. Don't bother. Don't bother. Very rarely, no offence to anybody that's from America, very rarely does America get anything from the UK and do it just as good or justice. Maybe The Office, but very rarely. Taskmaster, they didn't do a very good job of it. The UK is still the best one. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, she did all right too. That Fatima chick, she's real fucking UK, isn't she? Isn't it? Bruv. Isn't it, bruv? I smell like a fucking fish chip shop, bruv. Isn't it? I pissed myself laughing when I heard that. I almost woke Tofika up, and I was like, oops. Oh, man. Hilarious. That's a Vega shotgun mag. And there's a Vega. box of ammo. Hey, some more bullets for this gun that I got in my hand. I can't take the doors off or the hood. Can I? No. Of course not. Always got to make sure you close the doors in here. So they're pristine. Damaged. Ruined. Yeah, right. You love the New Zealand version. The fuck? No way you come from my fucking seed. No way in hell you come from my seed. You're going to say shit like that. I feel like I should just disown you out of principle. Yeah, fuck it. Take that back, Miss P Cup, or I'm disowning you. Have your mum draw up the paperwork right now. Now, the New Zealand and every other version of it's okay. The UK is the best, and America's, the USA one's probably the worst. But every other one of them's fine. I don't have a problem with either. But I like the UK one the best. Are you streaming later on too, aren't you, Miss Peacup? I mean... Alright, that's everything we're going to get out of here. All the doors are shut. What is that? Oh, it's just a vest. Meh. Hey, landmine. Hasn't taken my sight. Hasn't taken my speech. Hasn't taken my hearing. Hasn't taken my arms. Hasn't taken my legs. Hasn't taken my soul. And it hasn't left me in life in hell. Metallica, 1. Anybody? Yeah, we'll be. Cult of the Lamb. See, I knew that's where No wonder you love the New Zealand version. You joined the cult of the lamb, did ya? Hey? And they got you fucking... Yeah, no, it's clear now. No, I get it. I get it. We all understand now. I'm in the cult of the lamb. That's all I had. I had nothing else. I assume you're just waiting for the little ones to rack off the bed? Well, if I'm still live, when you go live, let me know in here. Okay? Come let me know. And for some reason, I have to do Fox's manually. Oh, Fox, you can put your own in, mate, if you want. I'll get back to this before the zombies start all respawning back in. Another Seville mag. Another box of Calm Bears we'll take. Is good, I take. Spark plug. And another KAM knife. I'll take the KAM knives because, you know, what's the old saying? Rather have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. No worries. I forget a lot of the times. I get concentrated. I concentrate on my game and I just totally forget. Oh yeah, I got the emojis. Just use them to bring the links up. G'day, Laville. How you going, mate? Oh, Lee Villain. How you going, man? Hope you're doing well. What do we got here? Hunting boots. Doing just fine. Awesome. Why? You've been just walking this whole time and all of a sudden you want to go running? Nah. Not on my watch. Yeah, I got your message after I streamed. When I finished my stream, it popped up. I don't have notifications turned on while I'm streaming. So I didn't get it while I was streaming. There's another mag. Sweet. Now what we'll do is we'll go in here. So you're getting one of these buildings. Just go in here. You can fire a couple of shots. Open that big door, fire a couple of shots and shut this one and deal with any zombies. They come in, you just get them through the bars. See, Criminal found a belt in here yesterday. I was optimistic to think that I might find one too. Some 919s. I'll grab it for now, just because I'm pretty much removing everything. I mean, I'm going to turn them in the rags anyway, aren't I? Unless the outfit is pristine, I'm turning everything in the rags. Big shout out to Major if he's out there. He's normally lurking. Lazy fuck. Come on, get off your ass. Get into a stream. What's wrong with you? Lazy. Bonk. 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 And that, everybody, is how you play bonk. We're going to leave this area soon. We don't have a lot of fuel, so we can't spend too long around here. Oh, thank you. It's not in the best condition, but it's a headlamp. Yay! We found a belt, everyone! See if I can find a second one for Topeka. I got a belt. Now let me know and find a canteen. That's not a belt. I see you over there. Just come here. I got to get you, don't I? Last night when I was helping Fox fix his car up, I went to the petrol station to fill up. Every time I killed a zombie and went to turn off my engine, another zombie jumped the fence. And I'd kill it, and then another one. I was starting to get really pissed off. Keeping that on me, put that in there. I am dropping that gun because I don't need it. I was just moving it. What do you have? Bullets. Okay. I already checked you. Another. Oh, that's what I seen. Tactical vest. And I never went to bed with an ugly woman, but I sure woke up with a few. Yeah, you like that one as well, didn't you, Miss Peacup? Kangaroo, didgeridoo, drive a Commodore and my singlet's blue. Never went to bed with an ugly woman, but I sure woke up with a few. Alright, let's go get them. Watch these fuckers run off as soon as I get close. No. Got them both. One foul swoop. Look at the way this guy runs. Ooh. Come on. Another head torch. Guys, if you haven't got head torches yet in this server, anyone that is in this server, you're going to need it. Because we are going to be increasing the night time. Oh, look at that. I told you, you find one, you find them all. As soon as I find one, I'll start tripping over them. Hey, there was a zombie stuck in the air. Where'd he go? And now he's over here. Okay. There was one stuck in the air over there. I'd just been looking at him. Oh, good. Get that other one. I needed 6 rounds to make this hole again. There we go. 6 rounds. And she's whole again. Oh, really? Yeah, see, there's a zombie right there, stuck in the ground. He'll probably have nothing, but... But we'll go check him. Yep, he had nothing. I said it. Kind of jinxed myself then. Now can you go up there? Yes, there we go. Got a full backpack empty once I pulled the gun out. I'm going to put that piece of meat right there. Right, so what do we got? We got... For starters, I'm just putting this shit in here because it's not a big importance right this second. And we're leaving this area, so we won't be coming up here again. Well, can't build around there, so we're going to have to try and find a... We might find a different spot to build, but I'm thinking I'll just build in the field if needs be. That's fine with me. Even that there, the way it is fine. I don't care about it much. We definitely need to do a little bit of fishing. We need food. I wonder if Fox has noticed how much he doesn't have to eat and drink when he's driving around. He's probably driving little distance and then jumping out in and out of the car all the time, so he's probably getting cold. Still got a few places I could check along the way. I froze. There we go. Just pulling over for a second. And the reason why I put that tent full of wood is because I don't know if anybody noticed, the nearest trees are miles away from that spot. So little spaces up there, they'll have bullets and mags and possibly guns. Down here we'll have some as well. Chances of finding anything useful is just slim. I mean, it's all useful, just it's not all useful in the moment. I gave Fox my jerry can last night. It was from my truck. But I gave it to him in case he broke a radiator so he could at least have something to collect some water in to be able to fill it up. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking, damn, I wish I had that empty jerry can. I could fill it up. I'll find another one. I got another 2 back at base. One car, each car has their own jerry can. I like to try and keep a jerry can and vital equipment inside the car to fix it on the road right there and then. I don't like having to go looking. Oh, for fuck's sake. I write the word clean, it says clean, and then all of a sudden it goes creamy. It's like, why? Autocorrect, that's what it is. Autocorrect will go, I don't know what that word is there, so I'm going to assume you wanted creamy. It's like, why couldn't you just put what I typed? I don't understand why it gives me the option to change the word above it and go, this is a choice of word you could use, or this word, you know, the spelling wise, and then when you ignore it, it'll go, well, we'll just change it automatically for you. But we're not going to change it until you hit send. And, you know, depending where you are, if you're on YouTube, you don't get a chance to correct that. It's sent. And then people look at you weird. Like the amount of times it's changed a word over, and people... What's the worst thing about people? About human beings? They will read your comment and reply to the comment for every literal word that's in it, instead of using their head to be able to, you know, use their brain. Like if I typed in someone's chat, I am going to the doctors today, and it changed going to gotting, right, or gotten, which it has, and someone will read it, I'm gotting to the doctors today, and they'll go, what the fuck do you mean by that? It's like, what do you fucking think I mean by that? Clearly autocorrect's taken over. You really think that a sentence structure makes sense like that? Replace one word and see what, you know, what, use your brain. What word doesn't belong? Every now and then you'll get a person who will go, I'm gotting, oh, you're going to the doctors. Oh, I get it, yep. And most of the time it's this, they read it, people will read it as it is with the mistake and not, and they'll know, they'll hear it. And you'll hear it in their voice, and if they got a face cam, you'll see it in their face that they think that sentence structure is weird. But rather than editing them themselves, they will run with it. And then there are people that, you know, they... I like those people, not really, I think it's stupid, being sarcastic here when I say this, but I like it when you get those people that read your sentence and they try to turn it into a joke, and it just doesn't work. Like, it'll leave you sitting there, like any normal person will scratch their head going, exactly, how's that funny again? And then the people that do laugh at it, the people that are laughing in chat, you know, use a suckholes. Use a suck it up to the person. Got it. I was in someone's chat one time. They were streaming, and someone else was in their headset as well. I don't think they were playing the same game. I think they were both playing 2 different games. and they both decided to have a joke around with what I said, and were laughing their heads off because it was the funniest thing for some reason that they ever heard. And they were laughing their heads off. And they were asking chat if they think it's funny. And all their mods and that were laughing their heads off. And these same mods I've seen, you know, in other people's chats, will go, when one person goes, you know, I believe red is the most dominated colour, then those mods will go, I agree, 100%. And then you see those same mods in another chat and someone will go, I believe blue is the dominating colour. And those same mods go, I agree, 100%. So when you see them laughing when the person says, do you think that's funny? You get it? It's hilarious, isn't it? And then they start laughing. You think to yourself, you don't think it's funny. You're just here because you got given a mod, right? Anyway, here's the thing I said in the chat that busted the people's seams, their sides. You know, they laughed their head off. I said, can't type much in chat at the moment. I'm eating chicken. I'm eating fried chicken. That's all I put. I can't type much in the chat. I'm eating fried chicken. You know, when you're eating finger food, and I had to, they were like, I was like, I don't get it. They're like, you don't get it. That patronising tone of, you don't get it. Look at this guy. He doesn't get it. I'm thinking, no, I don't. I like to think to myself as a person who kind of knows what funny is, but I don't understand. Is there some callback to an old joke? Did I say a punchline or something? You know, I don't know. You're going to have to explain it to me why that's funny. And they said to me, well, why can't you type then? I said, because I'm eating fried chicken. They're like, see? I'm like, no, I don't get it. I didn't get it. I don't know what the fucking joke is. Didn't understand the joke. And I still, to this day, don't understand the joke. I mean, they ended up explaining it to me, and I got it, and I think everybody else will probably feel the same way I felt about it and just go, okay. I don't know how that applies to me. I don't know how it applies at all, but okay, if that's what you think's funny. But I asked them several times, and I even explained, no, I can't. And I cleaned my hands off, and I said, no, I'm eating fried chicken, so my hands are greasy. So to type, I have to clean my hands every 5 seconds. You know, I didn't think I needed to explain it. I said, I don't get it. Why is it so funny that I'm eating fried chicken? And then it hit me. Because black people eat fried chicken. I was like, what the fuck? Really? They were laughing because I said I was eating fried chicken? He's eating fried chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that funny? He's eating fried chicken. And the thing I didn't understand, the reason why they thought it was funny is because they think black people eat fried chicken. And it's like, okay, I'm white, so anybody eats fried chicken. It's got nothing to do with colour of skin. Second of all, who the fuck kind of fucking person thinks like that? You know, I can't type at the moment. I'm eating fried chicken. It's funny because black people eat fried chicken. What? How's that? What am I missing? Yeah, so it's very difficult sometimes typing in chats. You got to hope that the person isn't an idiot that's reading it, because you get idiots that read the chats and they say stupid shit sometimes, and they just leave you sitting there scratching your head going, oh my god, what's this fucking... What the fuck? And everybody else was like, in the chat, yeah, no, we got it. And I was like, really? You all understood that it was funny that I was eating fried chicken because black people eat fried chicken. Really? So, yeah. I try to put the LOL face whenever I'm making a joke in a chat. I'm always hopeful that people understand that's a universal sign that says, ha, laugh out loud, this is funny, or it's meant to be funny. Someone, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've been in chats before where I've asked the person, how do you pronounce your name? And their response is, oh, it's in the channel. It's like, what do you mean? Like, is there a video that tells people how to pronounce it? And I'll ask them, what do you mean by in the channel? Is there a video? And they'll go, no, the channel name, that's how you pronounce it. I was like, yeah, but how do you pronounce it? Like, how does one pronounce it? And eventually I end up saying to them, pretend I've never heard the fucking word before. And I had to reword that several times. Because you can't swear. But after a while you start getting a little pissed off. My advice, if anybody out there, if anybody comes into your chat and says, how do you pronounce the name of your channel? Right? Just fucking say it. Just tell them what the name is. They're asking for you to pronounce it. They want you to say it. If you got a voice and you got a microphone, say the fucking name. Don't dick the person around, because I was 5 seconds away from leaving this channel and going, fuck yeah, I'll go somewhere else then. And not everybody does it. And of course, I understand there's educational things. Sometimes people have educational gaps, and there's language barriers and all that sort of stuff. I totally get it. Some people aren't the fastest readers, or they ain't the best readers. It's easy to miss a word sometimes because you're trying to play a game. But that's where you can sort of slow down. You can look in chat, on some games. The other thing is too, I mean, you're not obligated to say every single word or every single comment that's ever mentioned in your chat. You can ignore it. And there's no rule saying that as soon as a message pops up in the chat, you must read it right out aloud right there and then. There's no rule saying that. Which means you're allowed to sit there and read it a couple of times in your head before you read it out aloud. You don't even have to read it out aloud. You can just read it in your head and then answer the question or whatever the thing is that's being said. You can discuss it or whatever. I will go back out looking again in a minute. Once we get this truck back to base. Because I don't want to be driving this truck. It's annoying. Doesn't like going up hills properly. I think there's a couple of good wheels in there. I'm not pulling in to have a look. See, I've had a jerry can. It's like the third petrol station I've driven past, if you count the one at the military base. Would have been less steel just to go straight underground. I'm just saying. Having that tube go all the way up and over is stupid. There would have been less metal used just to dig a hole and go under the ground. And you'd have less flow problems, because you wouldn't have to be trying to push the whatever it is up and over, making it go across. Well, that's making it go over 4 extra bends instead of just going in a straight line. Mind you, maybe they did it like that because yeah, I thought it was electrical kit. What's this thing over here? It's something red. It's a hard-on. Connoisseurs out there of you guys would have realised I did not call it a hard hat. Hour and a half and there'll be a reset. We'll play the guessing game of at what minute past the hour will it actually reset. Vroom vroom. Alright. This town, then the broken bridge, then a couple more towns, and we're back at base. We can leave the pig rig behind. Hey, Criminal, I just realised I still haven't seen Kalido's Way. Or it's been a very long time since I've seen it. Very long time. I think I watched it years ago. Sean Penn, yeah? This blizzard is pissing me off. Like trying to squint to see. Bloody eyes are hurting. Damn it. I honestly thought that was a car battery. Oh well. Man, this is taking me longer than I thought it was. Next mission will be find a canteen. Possibly get a boat. There we go. Now I'm happy. There's a light off. My hood is damaged. Oh, it doesn't matter where I put that, it's ruined. It's going to despawn anyway. What am I doing? All right. Well, that's about 3 hours and 40 minutes almost. So we're going to jump off here. I'm going to have my dinner. I'll be back later on tomorrow. It'll be longer night time, which I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. I mean that seriously. That's going to be hilariously fun. I love that. Big shout out to everyone that came through. Laville, Villain, how you going, mate? Shout out to you. Miss Peacup, shout out to you. Shiny, Miss Hart, Fox. I own. Kill Domain. Criminal, and of course the wonderful, lovely Topeka. Big shout out to anyone that was lurking in the background, and I'll catch you all later on. I'm out, I'm done and dust. See ya.